as the links are being introduced. And we'll be down to the last starter here in just a moment. Earlier tonight, okay, who the winners were. And the last starter is now in the first games this morning. Vincennes defeated Shawnee in the Division I semifinals. In the next game in the Division I, it was Wabash over John A. Logan in that ball game. Now in the games earlier today, Illinois Central defeated Danville in a matchup with the 4-5 teams. With Illinois Central moving on to play Parkland tomorrow in the semifinals at 4 p.m. John Woods needed overtime for a 69-67 win over Lincoln Land in the game previous to this. And then John will take on the winner of this game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in the other semifinal. Mike, you got the starters for Lakeland there, or Lincoln. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, our starters for the Lincoln Lynx. We have Trayvon Tyler, number 5, Aaron Hopp, Justin Parker, number 10, Ryan Hill, number 12, and Richard Simpkins, number 23. And for our Rend Lake College Warriors, Adrian Smith, number 0, Dwayne Ward, number 5, number 11, Anton Ivey, number 14, Corey Thomas, and number 21, Luke Wilson.
That's the starters and the two teams out on the floor. The Lynx in the road purple, the Warriors in the home white for this ball game. Official steps in a jump circle and we're ready to go. And it's going to be controlled by the Warriors. Thomas has it in the front court, steps across the timeline. Man defense by the Lynx to start this ball game. Corey Thomas works to the right side, gives it up to Wilson. Now he gets the ball back, brings over the near side Smith. Inside to Ward, Ward to bucket, up, no, rebound, controlled by the Lynx. Getting the board was Simpkins.
Adrian Smith applying some pressure early.
Into the front court with the basketball is Tyler. They go down the baseline on the right side, across, and Luke Wilson's going to pick up a foul on the first play. He picks up the first foul of the game. The ball is going to belong to the Lynx at the baseline. Play it in will be Ryan Hill. Hill gets the ball, gets it inside. Here's a jumper up and no good. Rebound finally controlled by Corey Thomas. Thomas front court gives it to Wilson. Wilson to the bucket up and good by Luke Wilson. Tyler will bring the ball front court. Picked up by Smith at the half court line, comes to the elbow right. Kicks it back out on top with the basketball. There is Prather. 3 out of the corner, good. That bucket is by Hopp. Corey Thomas, front court. Gives the ball up to Smith on the left side. Back to Corey Thomas. Thomas gives it back. Now Smith puts up a long 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound out of bounds, goes off Wilson. Tyler in the back court will work to the half court line. Adrian Smith in his face. Tyler goes to the left side, gives it now back to the point. And Simpkins over here to the Hopp, now back out on the left side. Prather with it. Skip it back out here to the right elbow. Now baseline on the right side. That is Hill. Hill stops, puts up the 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds. And it's going to belong to the Warriors. It never did get out of bounds. Corey Thomas brings the front court all the way to the rim, up, and no, the foul's going to be before the shot. Foul goes on number 5, Aaron Hopp. Picks up the foul, the first foul of the ball, first foul for the Lynx. Corey Thomas plays the ball in, baseline, front court, gets into Smith in the corner, back out to Ivy, around to Ward, now Wilson on the right side, back to Ward, foul line jumper by Ward, rolls in, comes out. Rebound comes to the Lynx. Lynx bring a front court, right half with the basketball. There is Prather. Prather gives it up to Hill. Hill outside the elbow on the right side. Goes clear across the floor to Tyler on the left side, high. Comes to the center of the floor, drives into the paint, puts up the foul line jumper, nowhere near. Ward gets the board. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas front court. Brings it over to Wilson. Now down to Ivy at the baseline. Back to Wilson. Wilson looks for Ward inside. They give it back to Ivy. Ivy gives it to Ward, and he loses it out of bounds. Ball belongs to the Lynx in the backcourt. 17:24 to go in this first half. Lynx lead 3-2. A slow start for both teams. Tyler comes front court. Comes across to the right side. Goes to the corner with the basketball is Hop. Inside, back to the corner. Left side. Three up and good by Tyler. And it is a 6-2 ball game. Wilson has it on the right side, back to Smith. Now Thomas on the left side. Into Ward. Ward again in the blocks. Double team and loses the ball. Another turnover. Lead pass on the break, up and good on the layup is Hill. And it is an 8-2 start for the Lynx in this ball game. Preston comes up off the bench to check in the ball game. Corey Thomas puts up the long three. Hits on the rim, falls through. 8-5 game. Tyler front court. Gets a step, takes it to the bucket, up and no. Ivy gets the board, gets it to Smith. Smith front court. Slows it down, waits on his team to catch up, comes to the elbow left. Drives baseline left, gives it back out to Ward. Blocking foul inside. It's going to go on the Lynx. And the foul is going to go on 23, I believe, Simpkins. His first, team second. Ward coming into the ball game along with Dunn, Timothy Dunn, not Ward checking out of the game as Will Preston comes in, along with Timothy Dunn for the Warriors. Ivy gets inbounds pass, kicks it back to Dunn. Dunn puts up the three, no good. Ivy with the board up off the glass, good by Antone Ivy. And that's a 1-point ball game. Tyler in the backcourt. Comes across the timeline, breaks down the baseline, right corner, Hill. Goes back around to Hop on the left side. Baseline now, Simpkins, 15-foot jumper, no good, is good. Simpkins gets the roll on the rim. 10-7. Smith, front court, gives it back to Corey Thomas. Thomas out near the half-court line. Back to Smith on the left elbow. Has the ball slapped away, gets it back. Goes to Will Preston. Now Ivy on the right side. Ivy kicks it back to Corey Thomas. Thomas above the arc. Gets a step on the defense, but the Warriors turn it over. Run out up and no good. Rebound Smith. Smith gets it to Dunn. Kenneth Berry, not Dunn. Berry front court. Gives it up. Thomas on the left side. Gives it back to Ivy. Back to Thomas. Thomas puts up the three ball. Short. Rebound. Preston goes and gets it. Impressive rebound by Will Preston. Swalls, Austin Swalls at the scores bench. Check in for the Warriors at the next dead ball. Berry kicks it out on the wing. Smith on the right side for three. Buries it. And we're tied at 10. Tyler will walk to the half-court line. Picked up there by Smith. Gives it over on the far side with it. Prather now hands it to Hop. Hop goes down to Tyler. Baseline in the right corner for three. No. Rebound inside. Warriors. Ivy got the board. Corey Thomas runs. Gets a step on the defense. Up. No. Rebound Kenneth Berry. Up and no. But he'll be at the line to shoot two. Foul goes on number 2, I believe, Tyler. That's his first. It is the team's third. Kenneth Berry at the foul line to shoot two. Berry's first is up, and the Warriors get the lead at 11-10. Adrian Smith sets down for the Warriors as Austin Swalls checks in. Coming in for the Lynx is number 24, Isaiah Robinson. 14 minutes to go in the first half. Warriors lead by a point. Kenneth Berry with the next one. This one's up, and this one's good. 12-10 ball game. Tyler walks front court. Gives the ball up to Rend Gandy. Now back around. Basketball there is Hill. Hill comes down the right side of the lane to the bucket. Up. Ball was tapped around. Corey Thomas comes up with it. Tries going forward. Goes to the corner. Swallows back to Thomas. Thomas on the left elbow. Takes it back out to Kenneth Berry. Warriors had an opportunity for a quick shot. They pulled it out. And going to set up the offense. Kenneth Berry comes to the left side. Gives up to Corey Thomas. Inside, ball kicked around. The Warriors turned over for the 5th time. Tyler on the break. Up and no. Rebound up and no. Rebound this time. Up and no. Preston, I think, is going to pick up the rebound. See if I'm correct on the call. I'm not sure. I can't see the officials. No, Berry picked up the rebound. Or foul, rather. His first, going to the foul line, will be Brazil Gandy. Is that right?
That's Brazil Grady.
Grady. Brazil Grady. Can't read my own writing, folks. Foul shot's up and good. His first point.
If I remember right, that's just Basil. I didn't see an R in that.
Basil.
Yeah, Basil.
Basil.
And it's an odd spelling of Basil. It's usually with an S.
Well, that's up and good. We're tied again at 12. Nick Marlowe is checked in the ball game for the Warriors. He has ball over to Berry's hands on the right side. And Coach House up, yelling at Marlowe, I think, not in the right place. Nearly turns it over, does turn it over. Run out Tyler, up, no. And Berry picks up the foul, his second. Tyler will be at the line to shoot 2. We're tied at 12. 12:48 to play in this first half. Tyler steps up to the line. He has 1 3-point bucket so far in this ball game. Foul shots up and no. Coming back to the scorer's bench will be Isaiah Nelson. He is coming in for A-Rod Hop. Tyler with the second one. This one's up, and this one's no good. Rebound comes to Berry. Berry pushes the front court, left side of the floor. Pulls it back out. Sets up the offense, gives over Swalls on the left side. Swalls holds onto it, gives up to Preston. Preston above the arc. Don't worry about him shooting the ball out there, I don't think. Ivy has it on the inside and throws it away. Here's Tyler on the run out, up and good. And the Lynx take the lead back at 14-12. Keyshawn Knight and Adrian Smith back at the scorer's bench to check in for the Warriors. Ivy has it at the baseline. Gives it back to Berry. Berry on the right side. Goes back to Ivy. He puts a 3 up out of the corner. No good. And Austin Swalls grabs the rebound and ties it up. Austin Swallows got good rebounding position and tied this game up at 14. Tyler front court for the Lynx. Works between the circles. Goes left, comes back right. Kenneth Berry in his face. Throw it over on the left side. Nelson runs the errant pass down near the half-court line. Comes back to the foul line. Gives it back to Tyler. Tyler puts up a 3 from the parking lot. Good. Marlowe front court now for the Warriors. Goes over to Berry on the right side. Back to Marlowe. Marlowe puts up a 3. It's short. Rebound picked up by the Lynx. Nelson brings it front court. Comes to the right side. Goes back over on the wing. Down the baseline. Jumper up. Good. This bucket is by Robinson. 19-14 ball game. Keyshawn Knight and Adrian Smith at the scorer's bench waiting to check in. Marlowe has it on the right side back to Berry. He puts up the 3. It's no good. Preston goes up and gets the rebound, kicks it back out to Swalls. and goes out of bounds. It goes off of the Lynx, out of bounds. Keyshawn Knight and Adrian Smith check into the ball game. Back to the scores bench comes Prather and Simpkins. Also ready to check back in is Hop. 19-14 ball game. Lynx lead by 5. 10:39 to go in this first half. Smith gets the inbounds play, gets it back to Berry. Berry works to the point. Corey Thomas to the bench for the Warriors. Swallows brings it around. Smith on the left side, puts up the three, short. Rebound inside Lynx. They bring it front court with the basketball to Wilkins. Goes over to Hop. Hop three off the left side. No, rebound over the back, foul called on. Simpkins, his second, team's fourth. Kenneth Berry in the back court for the Warriors. Comes to the half court line. Goes over to Adrian Smith. Smith down to Swallows, baseline, right corner. Double team back to Smith. Smith comes across, gives it to Berry. Berry down to Preston's in the corner. Back to Smith. Smith to Keyshawn Knight. Knight throws it inside. Swallows gives it to Preston. He puts up an awkward, terrible shot, and it didn't go in. Rebound came to the Lynx. They bring it front court. Nelson with it, brings over the near side. Prather down the corner, Hop back around to Nelson. Nelson on the left side of the arc. Brings it back to the near side and Prather. He puts up the three. No, rebound controlled by Adrian Smith. Still a 19-14 ball game. Berry front court. Gives it back to Smith. Around to Swallows. Back to Smith. Ward at the scores bench ready to check in. Give it back to Preston. Preston slams this one down. And the foul's going to go on the Lynx. And I want to see who picked up the foul. I missed that being called. I didn't see who got Preston's on the arm. I'm waiting for it to put up. It's number 5. That would be A-Rod Hop, would be his second. Preston's at the line to shoot 2. Now Timothy Dunn checks into the ball game. He is replacing Swallows. Preston's. Now Tyler back in the ball game for the Lynx, replacing Hop. Hop with 2 fouls, 9:15 to play in the first half. Will Preston's at the foul line, trying to make it a 2-point ball game. Foul shots up and good by Preston. And Dwayne Ward back in the ball game. Tyler in the back court will walk to the half court line. Lynx leading by 2, 9:10 to go in the first half. Tyler works to the right side, goes down the corner. Inside, ball's thrown away, but picked up by the Lynx. They go back to Tyler, baseline in the right corner. Good. His third 3. Lead pass Dunn. Dunn in the front court. Works baseline, loses the ball out of bounds. It goes off Tyler out of bounds. Warriors will play the ball in at the baseline. Right out of the corner. Practically played in off the side court at the baseline. Ward gets it back to Dunn. Dunn brings it out across the top of the floor. Gives it back to Corey Thomas. Thomas into the circle. Gives it off to Ward. Ward a little jump hook. It's short. Rebound. Thomas up and good. Corey Thomas with his second bucket of the night. 3-point advantage. Nelson front court working against Smith. Give it back out on the wing. Back out here to the Tyler on the right side. Tyler goes to the baseline right. Throws it back out high. With the basketball there is Prather. Now gives it back to Tyler. Tyler to elbow right. Goes to the baseline. Up, no. Rebound, Warriors. Smith runs front court. Gives it off. Keyshawn Knight ties this ball game up. That makes it a 1-point ball game. 22-21 in favor of the Lynx. Nelson front court. Ball's tipped. Thomas on the break, wide open, up and good. Now the Warriors lead.
Good heads-up basketball.
Yeah. 7.5 to go in the first half. Warriors 23-22 lead. Lynx bring it over to the near side. Nelson back to Tyler. Go down the baseline. 2 blocks by Ward. Thomas on the break. Up and good by Corey Thomas. And the Warriors opened up a 3-point lead at 25-22. Tyler comes front court. Brings it down to the near side and Hill. Tyler puts up a long 3. No, Ward goes up and gets the ball. Kicks it off to Smith. Smith front court. Doesn't have the numbers. Goes down to Keyshawn Knight. He'll put up the 3. No good. No rebounding there, but yep. Ward is, and he's fouled.
He's going to go to the line.
Foul's going to go on Prather, I believe, number 10. That's his first. It's a team 6. And Wade Ward will be at the line shooting 2. 25-22 ball game. Ward's first one's up. And you can tell what happened there, folks. Anton Ivy back in the ball game for Keyshawn Knight. Keyshawn Knight golf. I'll get it correct.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Ward's second one's up. And this is no good. Still a 3-point advantage for the Warriors. 6.5 to go. Front court. Wilkins with the basketball. Kicks it back out here on the wing and goes right through the hands of Prather out of bounds. Turnover by the Lynx. Warrior basketball at the half-court line.
Back to the Warriors.
Ivy will play the ball in. Gets it in to Berry. Berry will bring it front court. Goes over to Smith on the right side. Smith gets a little pick and roll to Ward. Ward comes up with it again. Up and scores. Ward now gives the Warriors a 5-point lead. Front court, Tyler. Tyler into the lane, kicks it out on the wing, and another throwaway by the Lynx. Warriors lead by 5, wanting to stretch that lead this trip down the floor. Dunn will give the ball in to Kenneth Berry. Berry comes to the half-court line. Goes over to Smith on the right side, high above the arc. Comes back towards the elbow, double team. Get over here, Berry, wide open 3. Yes! Berry with the 3 ball. And the Warriors lead by 8 at 30-22. Tyler brings the front court, gives it to Prather. Prather over to the near side. Wilkins. Wilkins comes to the top. Gives it now back. Oh, ball is nearly swiped away by Dunn. They get it back in Prather's hands. Prather goes over in the corner. Tyler steps off to the elbow, comes across the paint, throws it down to the baseline. And this time Ward's going to pick up the foul. His first is the team's 4th. And going to the foul line will be Robinson shooting 2. 5:18 to play in the first half. Chris McCraw was at the scorer's bench ready to check in along with Corey Thomas. Robinson at the line for 2. First one's up, and it is no good. Chris McCraw comes in, and so does Corey Thomas. Ward and Smith sit down. Robinson with the second one now at the foul line. This one's up, and this one is good. Corey Thomas in the backcourt. Double team gets it back to Anton Ivy. Ahead to Berry. Berry on the break. In, up, no. Rebound inside by the Lynx. They go front court. Tyler on the wing. Throws it back over to the baseline on the right. 3 up and good. This one is by Hill. 30-26 ball game. Corey Thomas gives it up to Anton Ivy. Foul line jumper by Ivy. Nothing but the net, folks. Nothing but the net. Front court. Hill on the left side puts up another three. No. Barry gets the rebound. Brings the front court, right half. Turns on the Jets, gets it down the corner. Dunn to the bucket, up and good by Timothy Dunn. Warriors lead by 8 at 34-26, 4:20 to go in the first half. Tyler brings the front court. Picks up the dribble, goes over to the right side, and Hill. Now Prather has it, gives the ball up to Watkins. Now Tyler on the right side, backdoor cut, and ball's out of bounds. Coach House has it over there. I don't know how long he's going to hold it. He's now handing it to the official. And coming out of the ball game is Watkins. Coming back in is Nelson. And the Lynx show full court pressure. Barry gets it in the back court. And he comes front court. Warriors trying to stretch that 8-point lead here with just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. McCraw brings it over to Barry on the right side or left side. Gives it back to Dunn. Now around to Corey Thomas. Thomas into the paint. Well, runner by Thomas. Nothing but the net. Corey Thomas stretches the lead to 10 at 36-26. 3.5 to go. Nelson front court left side. Gives it now back to Prather. Prather back to Nelson. Nelson with a long three. No. Ivy up and gets the board. Barry pushes it front court for the Warriors. Pulls up at the elbow on the right side. Gives to Ivy at the baseline left. He drives in, and he'll be at the line. Prather picks up foul number 2, I believe. Prather is whistled for the foul, his second. That is the team's 7th. Swalls back at the bench. Check in for the Warriors. Ivy at the line to shoot 2. Warriors lead by 10. 3:17 to play in this opening half. Ivy's first foul shot's up and good. Ivy with 5 now in the ball game. Barry setting down as Swalls comes back in the ball game. Ward back to the bench. Ivy with the next one. It's up and it is short. Rebound Corey Thomas, and he is fouled. This foul is going to go on Grady, and Corey Thomas will be at the line to shoot 2. .3:13 to play. Warriors 37-26 lead. Thomas looking to add to that lead. And he doesn't. He misses a foul shot. .37-26. Corey Thomas with a second one at the foul line. Up and good. Warriors lead by 12. Tyler in the back court comes to the half court line. Gets up to the baseline. Throws it back out to the point. Into the lane. Up and short. Rebound up and a foul inside. I think Dunn's going to pick up the foul. Dunn is whistled for the foul. His first. It's the team's 5th. Make it the team's 6th. Team's 5th. At the foul line will be Grady shooting 2. Preston's back up off the bench. Foul shots up and short. McCraw setting down. 38-26 ball game, 2:56 to play before halftime. And Mike, you're looking at the eggs over there on your iPhone?
I'm checking stuff out to see if people are responding to us on Facebook, Richard.
Misses them both. Rebound comes to Ivy. Corey Thomas gives it to Ivy across the timeline. Front court back to Corey Thomas. Now Dunn has it. Dunn down the Swalls on the right side. Back to Ivy. Ivy down to Dunn, and it's out of bounds. It's going to go to the Warriors. Oh, Warriors came up with a gift that time, folks. They had turned the ball over twice, and they get the ball back.
You wonder what the conversation will be in the locker room later.
Corey Thomas takes his time, looks at the clock, goes in, puts a little runner up, rebound.
Oh!
The bucket is good. Will Prestons gets the slam.
That coach was upset.
Oh, he was upset.
My.
On the left side, back to the point of Nelson. Nelson goes back to the left side in Hill. Hill to the bucket, no. Skipped over to Tyler on the right side. Tyler to baseline, puts a three up out of the corner. Good by Tyler. He has 4 threes in this ball game. 40-29 ball game.
He is their one bright spot at this time anyway.
And I think he picks up a foul in the backcourt. He does pick up a foul. His second is the team's 9th. And the Warriors be at the line shooting 1 in bonus. Checking into the ball game again is Watkins. He is replacing Tyler with 1:57 to go in this first half. Timothy Dunn at the foul line has 1 bucket, 2 points. Smith back to the scorer's bench, ready to come in after the foul shot. Dunn's first is up, and it is no good. Swallows grabs the board, gives it back to Corey Thomas. Corey Thomas high on the right side. Drives to the bucket, up, and charging on Corey Thomas.
My.
His first, it's a team 6. We got 1:46 to go in the first half. Smith back in the ball game for Swallows. In the backcourt, Watkins will bring the ball to the half-court line. 1:40 to go in the first half. Baseline left side, Hill brings it back out to Simpkins. Simpkins brings it over to the near side, and Watkins. Watkins works to the baseline on the right, goes back to the point. Gets it back on the right side, goes back to the point. With it is Nelson. Nelson works down the left side of the arc, gives it back out to Simpkins. Simpkins puts up an off-balance 3, nowhere near the rim. Dunn gets the board, brings the front court, goes up to Thomas. Thomas on the right side. Inside to Ivy. Ivy at the baseline on the right. Brings it back out to Smith. Smith is a 3 from the parking lot. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's 2 threes for Smith this evening.
And the Warriors by 14 at 43-29 as we get to the final minute of this first half. Simpkins has it out high above his arc. Right in the center of the floor. Holds on to it. Brings it over to Watkins. Watkins tries to penetrate. Kicks it back out. A long 3 up and nowhere near the bucket. Thomas comes away, goes to the front court, gives it off, jumper up off the glass. No, oh, missing that shot was Barry, I believe, or is it Dunn?
I think it was Barry.
Into the lane, down low, up, no, rebound, up, no. Prestons picks up the foul. After about 3 fouls were called, Will Prestons picks up the foul. His first, it's a team 7th. Coach House upset about not rebounding. Gave up about 4 offensive rebounds on that series. Keyshawn Knight and Barry at the scorer's bench ready to check back in. At the foul line, shooting 2 is Grady, and he misses the first. He's got the hat trick now, 0 for 3, or 3 in a row he's missed. He's 2 of 5 so far in the ball game. Preston sets down with his first foul and Dunn out of the ball game for the Warriors. 24 seconds to play. Grady at the foul line for the next one. This one's up and it's good. He's 500, 3 for 6 at the foul line. Corey Thomas in the backcourt. Comes to the half-court line with 15 seconds on the clock. Thomas goes to his right. Gives it over to Smith. Smith with a 3.
Yes!
Smith with the 3.
That's all he can hit tonight.
And the Warriors lead by 16 here at the break over the Lynx from Lincoln College in Lincoln, Illinois. Let's take a 2-minute break. Have a word from our sponsors, and I'll be back with our totals in 2 minutes. 46-30 ball game. Warriors lead. break, wide open, up and good. Now the Warriors lead. Thomas on the break, up and good by Corey Thomas. Yep, Ward is, and he's fouled.
He's going to go to the line.
25-22 ball game. Ward's first one's up. And you can tell what happened there, folks. And up, no, rebound inside. Turns on the Jets, gets it down the corner. Dunn to the bucket, up and good by Timothy Dunn. Warriors lead by 8 at 34-26. Watkins, now Tyler on the right side. Backdoor cut. And into the paint. Well, runner by Thomas, nothing but the net. Corey Thomas stretches the lead to Nelson. Nelson with a long three. No. Pulls up at the elbow on the right side. Gives to Ivy at the baseline left. He drives in, and he'll be at the line. Prather picks up foul number 2. Eyebolt's opening half. Ivy's first foul shot's up and good. Ivy with the next one. It's up, and it is short. Rebound, Corey Thomas, and he is fouled. This foul is going to go on for the second one at the foul line. Up and good. Point into the lane. Up and short. Rebound up, and a foul inside. Looks at the clock, goes in, puts a little runner up. Rebound.
Oh!
The bucket is good. Will Pressens gets the slam. Hill to the bucket. No. Skip over to Tyler on the right side. Tyler to baseline, puts a three up out of the corner. Good by Tyler. He has 4 threes in this ball game. 40-29 to back on the right side. Goes back to the point with it is Nelson. Nelson works down the left side of the arc, gives it back out to Simpkins. Simpkins puts up an off-balance three, nowhere near the rim. Smith is a three from the parking lot. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's 2 threes for Smith this evening.
And the Warriors by 14 at 43-29 as we get to the final minute of this first. Tries to penetrate, kicks it back out. A long three up and nowhere near the...
Be this way. The fouls, the foul shooting, the shooting from the line, the free throws have been their problem all year long.
Well, they're just 5 of 9 though at the foul line.
Exactly. Here's where they've done a little better job tonight, I feel, and I don't know if the statistics bear it out or not, but they are going for the rebounds a lot more often.
They are. Now let's go over the totals of this first half.
The Lynx are trailing, and their points are as follows. Number 2, Trayvon Tyler has 14. Aaron Hopp has 3. Ryan Hill has 5. Basil Grady with 3. Richard Simpkins with 2. And Isaiah Robinson with 3 points. Moving along to the Warriors, who are in the lead. We have 9 points for number 0, Adrian Smith. 2 for Austin Swalls. 2 for Timothy Dunn. 2 points for Dwayne Ward. 5 for Kenneth Berry, 5 for Anton Ivy. I've got 12 for Corey Thomas, 2 for Luke Wilson, and 5 for Will Presson, and I know I'm missing some for somebody. There they are right there. 2 points for Night Golf.
Yep, he has it too. I got the Warriors 5 of 9 to foul line. They have 5 threes in the first half of this ball game. I got them with 8 turnovers in the first half. A lot of them early. After about the first 6 or 7 minutes, seemed like they settled down and did a lot better job controlling the basketball. Now for the Lynx, I have them 5 of 10 at the foul line. They have 6 threes, and I have them with 6 turnovers in the first half. Pretty good half of basketball for both teams. The Warriors took advantage of some mistakes when they put a spurt together at about the 5-minute mark down to about the 2-minute mark, and kind of opened the lead up into 10, 11 points, and was able to stretch it on to 16 here at halftime. And 2 big buckets by Adrian Smith, 2 threes in that final 4 or 5 minutes by him really helped the Warriors get to a 16-point lead at halftime. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Rend Lake Warrior Basketball, the Division II first-round tournament here at Rend Lake. The Warriors lead 46-30, back in 2 minutes.
For Smith this evening.
And the Warriors by 14 at 43-29 as we get to the final minute of this first. Tries to penetrate, kicks it back out. A long three up and nowhere near the... Thomas goes to his right. Gives it over to Smith. Smith with a 3. Yes! Smith with the three.
That's all he can hit tonight.
And the Warriors lead by 16 here at the break.
So, what would you like to do?
Well,
We got to go.
They say life's a journey, so no matter what road you travel down, or paths you take, yours begins at Rend Lake College.
Thomas goes to his right. Gives over to Smith. Smith with a three.
Yes!
Smith with the three.
That's all he can hit tonight.
And the Warriors.
No matter who you are, where you want to go, or what you want to be, the journey starts at Rend Lake College.
Thomas goes to his right. Welcome back, everyone. Athletic Director Tim Wills is joining me here. And Tim, thank you for taking a few minutes. And you have quite a tournament going on here all together, the three tournaments all in one here.
Yeah, it's quite an undertaking for our staff here. We've got the Division I men that played all day yesterday and then 2 games this morning. And then the Division II men are playing 3 games today and ending with this one here tonight. And then we've got the Division I women come in tomorrow and play their semifinals. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot of basketball, but it's an enjoyable time for people like me who love this game.
You know, people don't realize how good a quality junior college basketball is. It has really improved in the quality over the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it's you know, it's been a really good, and this is a good region. It's a good conference that we play in. Lots and lots of Division II, Division I caliber players up and down the lineup all week. So that's why you've seen a lot of Division I, Division II head coaches and assistant coaches here, because this is a great opportunity for them to recruit and a really great opportunity for a lot of these young kids to be seen by a lot of people and have scholarship opportunities.
You know, that is one important factor, getting the scholarships, not only maybe to a D1 program, but Division I, but to Division II or an NAIA program. If you can go on and play the game you love at the next level for 2 more years, that's really a great opportunity.
Absolutely, and you know, especially with the cost of education today, it's even if you don't get a full scholarship, if you can get a partial scholarship, that really goes a long way to help pay for that education. And this is a great opportunity, and it's really going to help our kids at the Division II level here at Rend Lake and these other schools, because in the past these tournaments have been split, and a lot of the big recruiters will go to the Division I tournament and miss some of our games. So it's a great opportunity for our sophomores and the sophomores from our other Division II schools too.
There's been good basketball too. So far, there's not really been any big blowout games. They've all been competitive.
I think this is I believe the 9th game in 2 days, and I think the largest margin we've had up to now is about 11 points. So had 1 overtime game. We've had a couple others go right down to the wire. Obviously, we're ahead here 46-30. It's a nice lead for our team. Hopefully we can continue that and we won't have too close of a game here.
You know, you'd like to see that. You think playing on your home court would be a big advantage. I think it is to a certain extent, but you got to come right back and play tomorrow, play John Woods, a team that's going to be tough to beat.
They really are. And, you know, they beat us both times during the season. So they've so far had our number, but I really believe that we've got the talent and the depth with our team that when we play well, we're really a good ball club. And you know, this one's not over. We've seen bigger leads than this disappear, and I just hope our guys come out and perform as hard this half as they did the first half. And if we do, then we should be around tomorrow to play John Wood and have another shot at them.
You know, that is key. Just coming out and playing another good half, getting move on. Right now, if you move on, you play again. If you lose, you're done.
Exactly.
Some of the sophomores, that may be their final game if they do not are not able to go on someplace else.
Yeah, and you've seen that all day the last 2 days is, you know, these kids are really, they put their heart and their soul into it. And that game, the first game this evening, when Danville lost, they led the whole game except the last 11 seconds. And you could tell those kids were heartbroken because some of them, that's the end of their career at Danville. It might be the end of their basketball career if they don't get a chance to go on somewhere else. So these teams really get after it. This tends to be a very competitive time of year because, as you said, it's win or go home, and these kids don't want to go home right now.
They don't. Again, the play starts what time tomorrow?
11 o'clock. We have Division I women's semifinals at 11 and 1, and then the two men's Division II semifinal games will be at 4 and 6, and then the championship game of Division I men will be at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So we got another 5-game slate tomorrow.
And one ticket to get you in all day.
Yes, it will. $5. It's a bargain any way you look at it.
It sure is. Tim, thank you for taking a few minutes.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it.
Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the start of the second half. Warriors lead 46-30 here at halftime. Back in 2 minutes.
So, what would you like to do?
Well,
They say life's a journey. So no matter what road you travel down, or paths you take, yours begins at Rend Lake College.
I'm Richard Blakely, Mike Fleming alongside. Mike, one good half of basketball in for the Warriors. They need another half to move on and play again tomorrow.
They're going to have to, in order to stay ahead of these Lynx, they're going to have to do a little better with their foul line shooting, their free throws. We got to watch the turnovers, but that being said, the Lynx have also made some tonight. We just got to learn how to take advantage of them.
Well, there's a horn calling the teams to the bench for the second half of this ball game. Warriors lead by 16 at halftime, but as Coach Will said, there can be some big turnarounds in this ball game in a hurry. We've seen that before here at Rend Lake, and Warriors need to come out and play well. I think the first 5 minutes of this second half will be key. The Warriors can establish the dominance they had at the end of the first half, continue that here in the first 5 minutes. I think that'll take a lot of the energy away from the Lynx. We just have to see what happens. Both teams are huddled with their coaches as the clock is set for 20, and they're rolling the ball rack off the floor as we get ready to start the second half of this ball game. And there's a lot of Division II and a couple of Division I coaches still sitting around here watching these ball games today. So teams come out on the floor. The Lynx will start the second half with the basketball. Playing the ball in will be Hill. Gets the ball in to Tyler in the backcourt. He comes across the timeline, goes to his right. Brings it back to Hill. Down on the baseline, left corner is Simpkins. Simpkins goes inside, to Prather. Prather back out to the wing. That ball was partially touched, and the Warriors lose it out of bounds. Oh.
That's the kind of thing we don't need to happen the rest of the night.
And the Warriors never had possession, so the shot clock did not reset. There's 13 seconds on the shot clock. Shot out of the corner for three by Tyler is good, and that's his 17th point of the game. Thomas brings the ball front court. Brings it over to Smith. Smith on the right side. Gives it up to Wilson, Luke Wilson. Now Corey Thomas to the baseline. Short jumper by Thomas. No good. Rebound, Simpkins. And this is exactly what the Warriors did not need to do. Lose the rebound they should have had. Gave up a three. Missed the shot. Tyler brings it back into the front court. Three off the baseline. No. To the rack. Up and no good. Another rebound nearly got away from the Warriors.
That was close.
Thomas will bring the ball front court. Goes over to Smith on the left side of the arc. Comes back to the top, gives it back to Ivy. Now Thomas on the right side. Goes back to Ward at the top. Ward into the bucket, and he loses it. Still loose. Held ball, Warrior basketball. And there's 9 seconds on the shot clock. And Barry comes in for Thomas. Warriors will play the ball into baseline with 9 seconds to play. Thomas has blood on his uniform. I don't know where it came from, but I can tell from what they're doing out there. Ivy around to Ward. Ward to Wilson. Wilson puts up the three ball. No. Rebound long, controlled by the Lynx. They run front court. Prather on the break. Goes to the corner. Three up and no. And yes. Oh my. Hop with his second three, and now it's a 10-point ball game. Barry in the back court throws it away. Prather will bring the ball front court. Takes it right down in the center of the floor. Up and no, but a foul was going to be called. The Lynx going to the foul line. They start this second half on a 6-0 run and be at the line. This foul goes and on Ivy, his first, team's first here in the second half. Corey Thomas back at the scores table ready to check in after the first foul shot. Prather at the line, shooting two. He has not scored yet in this ball game. And it's been a 6-0 start for the Lynx to start this second half. Here's a shot up, and it's a 7-0 start. Barry back out as Thomas comes back in the ball game. Prather with the next one. It's up, and it's good. Thomas has it in the back court. Comes to the half court line. Gets it ahead to Smith. Now back to Thomas. Corey Thomas works to the top of the arc. Goes back to Smith on the left side. Into Ward in the blocks. Ward misses us. Well, another lost opportunity. Prather baseline. Tries driving on Ivy. Cut off by the defense. Comes back to the elbow. They bring it back out to Tyler at the top of the arc. Tyler comes to the elbow left. Pulls up. Goes back to the right side. Simpkins gives it up to Hop. Hop works the baseline on the right. Back to Simpkins. Back around to Prather. Prather with 7 on the shot clock. Gives back out here. Simpkins for three. No. And the Warriors give up the rebound. Nobody there, but they come away at the board. Tyler puts up another three. It's good. That is 6 in the ball game, and it is a 7-point ball, or 5-point ball game.
I don't know what the Lynx coach said in the locker room, but they've come out to play ball.
We've seen the Warriors do this so many times this year. Put one good half together and come out second half and not be the same team.
Lackluster.
And they just
turned it over again.
Yeah. Ward picks up the foul after the turnover. And Tyler will be at the line to shoot two. It's a 5-point ball game.
One team returned to play ball, and the other team has not yet returned.
Yeah, that is true. Prestons will check in for Ward. Tyler at the foul line. It's been a 11-0 start for the Lynx to start this second half. And Coach House says, I need a timeout. And I'm going to see if this is a 30 or a full. Going to be a full timeout back in 1 minute.
So, what would you like to do?
Well,
They say life's a journey. So no matter what road you travel down, or paths you take, yours begins at Rend Lake College.
Shots. Tyler's foul shot's up and good. That's his first foul shot of the night. And we got a 4-point ball game. Smith, front court, goes over to Wilson. Wilson slows it down, gives it back to Smith. Smith round to Thomas. Thomas on the right side. Comes across the top, gives it back to Smith. Smith on the left side, gives it up to Ivy. Ivy over to Thomas. Thomas works to the baseline. Gives it off to Wilson. Shot up by Wilson. No. Preston gets the board and gets the rebound, gets the bucket.
That is the first points by the Warriors in this second half.
Warriors lead is back to 6. Tyler on the elbow goes inside now. Baseline 3 from the corner. No good, I don't think. Preston finally gets the rebound after bouncing about 5 times on the rim. Taking that shot was Hill out of the corner. Smith front court. Goes down to Preston. Preston's on the right side. Goes inside Thomas. Ivy, yes, nice ball movement. Ivy gets the bucket.
Starting to show some spark here, Richard.
Back to an 8-point ball game. Down to the baseline. Up, no. That shot was partially blocked. Smith on the break to the bucket. Up, yes. Smith with another bucket. And the lead is back to 10.
All of a sudden, they have returned from the locker room.
Tyler will walk to the half-court line. Comes to the left side, goes to the right side, and Prather above the arc, right. Goes to the bucket, kicks it back out to Tyler. Tyler 3 off the wing. No. Preston gets the board. Smith on the break. Can he run it down? Yes, in the corner. Gives it back out to Wilson. Now Thomas above the arc. Thomas to the bucket, has a shot blocked out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Warriors at the baseline front court. 52-42 ball game, 15 minutes to go. Warriors up by 10. Luke Wilson to play the ball in at the baseline front court. Brings out here to Ivy. Ivy back to Smith. Smith 3 off the left side. Good
Yes.
by Smith. Leads back to 13, 55-42.
Sleeping giant is awakened here.
Tyler comes front court, right side, left side, excuse me. Warriors in a 1-3-1 zone. They go over to Prather on the right side. Goes back inside, up, no, rebound. Picked up by Wilson. Corey Thomas brings it front court. Goes all the way to the rack, loses it. Ivy comes up with the basketball, gives it to Pressens, and he misses it. Ball was slapped out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Warriors at the baseline. 55-42 ball game. Thomas to play the ball and kicks it back out to Smith. Back to Ivy, baseline 3 in the corner. No. Ball rebounded out of bounds.
Oh,
And it goes off Prather, finally out of bounds. Wilson, I don't think he minded where he fell. Wilson did that time. He fell in a big bunch of the girls down there.
He didn't seem to have a problem with that.
He took his time getting back in the game, too. Corey Thomas to play the ball in from the corner, front court. Actually playing in from side court, front court. Gets back out to Barry. Barry working against Hop. Back to Thomas. Thomas into the paint, loses it.
Oh,
turns it
my.
up. Lynx have a good pair of hands. They come up with a lot of turnovers. Back down the base line, Tyler gives it back out around. They bring back to Hop. Now to Prather on the right side. Prather into the paint. Up and good by Prather. And timeout called for by the Lynx. This will be a 30-second timeout. Lynx call the timeout. 13:44 to play here in the first half, back in 30 seconds.
No matter who you are, where you want to go, or what you want to be, your journey starts at Rend Lake College.
So, what would you like to do?
Well,
Gets it to Corey Thomas. Ball goes off of Corey Thomas. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I sure thought that ball went off Corey Thomas.
They're saying it went off number 2, Tyler.
Yep.
Warrior basketball.
Warrior basketball, baseline front court. Thomas gets it to Barry. Barry on the right elbow. Works across the top. Gets to the rim and is fouled. The foul's going to go on the Lynx. Now I believe it's going to go on Simpkins. Nope. Going to go on number 10, Prather. That's his third. It's the team's first here in the second half. Kenneth Berry at the foul line. He is 2 of 2 on the game. 55-44 ball game. Berry's first foul shot's up and good.
That's something they need to see more of.
Dunn checking in for Corey Thomas. I like how they come out and tuck their shirt tail in front. Don't even worry about the back dragging the floor.
They seem to be enforcing that a lot here.
Yeah, they do a lot. They're doing a lot more of that than they used to. Kenneth Berry with an extra at the foul line. It's up. And it's no good. Tyler brings it front court. The Warriors up 12. They go to the far side with it. Is Hill. Now he gets back on the elbow. Hill goes back over to Simpkins. Simpkins goes inside.
Pressure.
And they throw it back out to Simpkins. Now around to Tyler. Baseline on the left side. He spins into the paint. Ball out of bounds. Goes off of Preston's, I believe, out of bounds. Whoever hit it hard.
Preston certainly has that ability. I'd hate to meet him in a dark alley somewhere.
They kick it back out high with the basketball. There is Robinson. Robinson now gives it up with the basketball is Watkins. Over to Tyler. Tyler back to Watkins. He'll put up the 3 ball. No, rebound comes long to Tyler. Tyler goes inside, jumper up. Good. This is by Hill. And it's a 10-point ball game. 12.5 minutes to play in the second half. Warriors lead. Dunn on the wing. Goes down to Preston's in the blocks. Preston gives it back to Ivy around the baseline. Dunn drives in, puts the shot up and scores. What a move by Timothy Dunn.
Fantastic. First points of the second half for Dunn.
Now to the front court. inside. Ball blocked by Preston. He blocked the shot of Robinson.
That is one big boy.
Smith comes front court. Or Barry, excuse me. Barry in, up, and no. Ball's ahead. Tyler on the right side pulls up at the elbow, gives it up. And a foul's going to go on Timothy Dunn, his second, team's third here in the second half. Going to the foul line will be Robinson. He is 1 of 2 on the game, has 3 points. Chris McCraw at the bench, ready to check in for the Warriors. 58-46 ball game, Warriors by 12. Robinson at the foul line shooting 2. He's 1 of 2 on the game, has 1 field goal. Robinson steps up. This one's up in the air, and it is no good.
1 of 3.
Chris McCraw comes in along with Corey Thomas. Dunn and, no, Smith setting down along with Preston. 58-46 ball game. Robinson with the second one. Takes plenty of time. This one is up, and this one is good. Just like he did earlier. Missed the first, made the second.
2 for 4. 500 percentage.
Warriors work against the full court pressure. They get into Barry. Barry to the half court line. Goes down to McCraw. McCraw loses it. Gives it back out to Dunn. Dunn in the corner. Goes back to Barry. Around to Thomas. Ivy baseline on the left side. They go back into McCraw. McCraw reverse up. No.
Ooh.
Rebound comes to Tyler. He breaks the front court. Up and no. Rebound out of bounds.
Warrior
It goes
basketball.
off of the Grady out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Warriors baseline back court. Corey Thomas brings the head to Timothy Dunn. Dunn in front court. Gives it over to Barry. Barry on the left side. Comes across the top of the arc. Gives it to McCraw. McCraw now down here to Dunn. Dunn gets lane to the bucket. And he is tripped. The trip is going to go on Grady. Be his second. See if I'm correct. Yeah. Team second. Non-shooting foul. Corey Thomas to play the ball in with 11:11 to go. Warriors by 11. McCraw on the inbounds play up, and he traveled.
Oh.
Oh, they're going to call charging on McCraw.
Oh.
That's his first. It's the team's fourth here in the half. And that brings Ward back into the ball game for the Warriors.
Here they come.
Nelson will bring the ball to the front court for the Lynx. 58-47 ball game. Nelson works across the top. Warriors get back in that 1-3-1. Down in the corner, Tyler, right baseline. Double team, throws it back out here on the wing. Ball slapped away by Corey Thomas. He has the break into the front court. Up and good by Corey Thomas. His first points in the second half get him going. Back to the front court, and comes Watkins. Watkins gives it to Prather. Prather now back to Tyler, now around to the wing. Now back over to Tyler on the right side. Tyler drives into the lane, puts a runner up. No, rebound picked up by Barry. Thomas again on the break. And up, no, rebound this time. And we're going to have a foul called on Kenneth Barry, his third. It's the team's fifth. Thomas forced that one. He should have pulled it back out and held it up. Hop back in the ball game along with Hill. And here comes Smith in for the Warriors. He is going to be replacing Dunn in the lineup. Lynx basketball in the back court. They let it roll clear into the front court before Tyler picks it up, brings it over the near side, and Prather looks at the zone, goes back to the wing. Here is a long one by Tyler. Good. That is his seventh three of the night.
He's in the zone on those threes.
He is in the zone on those threes, I'll tell you that. Thomas comes front court. Gives it up to Dunn. Back to Antone Ivy. He drives, misses everything. Bad shot by Ivy. Tyler back into the front court. Plus runner up. No. Rebound Ivy. Ivy pushes the front court. Behind the back dribble by Ivy all the way to the corner. Smith off the left baseline for three. No. Rebound comes long.
They're just trading
Prather
bad
on the
shots.
break. Prather on the break. Close it back out. Tyler off the wing for three more. No. And we have a foul inside that's going to go on the Lynx.
Warrior
It's
basketball.
going to be called on Hill, I believe. Number 5, Hop. And we have timeout called for by the Lynx, I believe. And this will be another 30-second timeout, back in 30 seconds.
No matter who you are, where you want to go, or what you want to be, your journey starts at Rend Lake College.
Keyshawn Knight, his golf has checked into the ball game. Corey Thomas brings the ball front court. Works out in the circle to half court line, comes right. Gives it up to Dunn. Dunn back to Smith. Smith puts up the three ball. No, rebound Tyler. Tyler skips it across court. Prather on the break. Puts the runner up. No good. Rebound out of bounds. It goes off of Smith out of bounds. Going to belong to the Lynx at the baseline front court. 8:58 to go. Warriors lead by 10. Lynx will trigger their inbounds play to play it in. Will be Hill. Takes it back out here to Tyler. Tyler goes back inside. Now back to Hill. Hill puts up the three off the wing. No. Ward up to grab the rebound with both hands. He was not going to lose that one. Corey Thomas brings it front court, left half. Goes down to the baseline. Dunn puts up the three. No. Keyshawn Knight. Well, the Warriors come up with it after playing a little volleyball with it. First it was Keyshawn Knight, then Dwayne Ward tipped it around. Finally, Warriors pick it up. They go inside the Ward, and there's a foul call. It's going to go on Simpkins. Be his third. It's a team's fourth. And the Warriors will play the ball in at the baseline, up 10 with 8:26 to go. Corey Thomas to play the ball in. And they turn it over on the inbounds plate. Ahead to Hill. Now back over here to Tyler. Tyler on the left side, kicks it back to the point. Prather goes back to the corner. And we have a foul called on Smith, I believe, along the baseline. Nope, it's going to go on Keyshawn Knight. Golf. His first, team sixth. Next foul by the Warriors to put the Lynx at the foul line, shooting a bonus. Austin Swalls up off the bench. Coming in for Timothy Dunn. Hill plays in, back out here to Tyler above the arc, way above the arc. They go back to Hill in the corner. Back to Prather. He puts a three up off the wing. No. Corey Thomas gets a long rebound, pushes it in a hurry to the front court. Up and good by Corey Thomas. He puts his head down, goes like that. There's not many going to stop it. Front court. Up and good. Nice move there by Hill. Hill his second bucket here in the half. Adrian Smith across the timeline into the front court. Corey Thomas limps into the front court. Keyshawn Knight has it. Smith into the paint, and he is fouled. And Nick Marlowe up off the bench will check it in for Corey Thomas. The foul was called on number 12. That would be Ryan Hill, his first. That's the team's fifth. Adrian Smith at the foul line. Shooting his first foul shot tonight. It's up and it's short. Thomas headed to the bench. I'm not sure what the problem is.
He's rubbing his calf, the right leg.
I think he's a muscle cramp. The way he's grabbed his toes when he got off on the floor. I think he's got muscle cramp. Now Coach House has, I wouldn't want Coach House pushing on my leg.
I'm afraid he'd break my bone.
Smith gets the second one.
For those of you that have never seen Coach House, he's pretty stout.
He played 4 years at SIU in Missouri Valley basketball. That's how strong he is.
He's pretty stout.
Front court, Hill, or make on the baseline, Nelson, right corner. Comes across the top, into the paint, up. Good off the glass. And we have a full timeout called by the Lynx. Getting that bucket was Nelson. And we'll have a minute out back here in 1 minute.
So, what would you like to do?
Well,
They say life's a journey. So no matter what road you travel down, or paths you take, yours begins at Rend Lake College. No matter who you are, where you want to go, or what you want to be, your journey starts at Rend Lake College.
Corey Thomas back in the ball game, and I was, as we thought it was, a muscle cramp. And now the Lynx come out with full court pressure. Knight Golf gets it in to Thomas in the back court. Thomas will come to the half court line. Tyler in his space. Comes across the timeline. Warriors need to work the ball, get some good shots, knock some down. Smith has it on the right side. Goes inside, Knight Golf loses it, gets it back. Up, ass, and one. Knight Golf gets the bucket, his second, and he'll be at the line for one. 65-54. Keyshawn Knight Golf at the foul line. His first trip to the foul line, looking for his fifth point. Has a pair of buckets, one in each half. That's the foul shot up. No. Rebound comes long, and it comes to the Lynx. They bring it front court. Prather goes back over to Tyler, baseline right corner. Comes back out of the circle, drives back to the baseline. Throws it back out here on the wing. And up, and no. Rebound, Knight Golf. Dunn runs front court, left side, pulls up, slows it down, gives it back to Corey Thomas. We're down to 6.5 to go, and the Warriors lead by 11. Corey Thomas brings it over to Smith on the right side of the arc. Lobs it in to Preston. He plays it up and in.
Great play.
Preston extends the lead to 13 at 67-54. Tyler on the wing, goes baseline. Hill in the corner, back to Tyler. Across the court, back out, back to the baseline. Simpkins right side. He pulls it back out, gives it now back around. Tyler on the left side. Kicks it back to the right side. Here's a long three up, and no. Rebound coming away with is Prather. Prather gives it back to Simpkins. Simpkins puts up the three ball. No. This ball's tipped around. Simpkins gets another one. We go back to Prather. Prather to the baseline. Up. No. This rebound gets his own. Up. Yes, and one. Preston picks up the foul. His second. Prather at the line for the three-point play opportunity. And back into the ball game comes Watkins. He is going to be replacing Simpkins in the lineup. 67-56 ball game, 5:35 to play. Prather is 2 for 2 at the game at the foul line. This one's up and this one's good. Corey Thomas gives back to Keyshawn Knight Golf. Ahead to Dunn in front court, left half. Dunn gets double teamed at that point. Gives it to Corey Thomas. Thomas on the left side. Gives it up to Smith. Smith goes inside. Knight Golf loses it, and the ball's loose yet. Finally turned over and picked up by the Lynx. They're down 10. On the elbow left, we go across the top. We go back to Tyler. Tyler puts up a long three. Yeah.
He is on fire.
And now it is a 7-point ball game. And we have a foul in the back court. This foul goes on. Let's see who picked up the foul. I don't know. Picking up the foul was Tyler, his third. It's a team 7th.
Corey Thomas at the line.
1 of 2 on the game. I got him with 16 points on the game. Tyler has 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 threes in this ball game.
Just unreal.
Corey Thomas. Tyler arguing that call. Corey Thomas first is up, and it is no good. Warriors struggle again at the foul line. Tyler front court. Gives it back to Prather. Around to the far side of Nelson. Nelson comes across the top, works back to the right elbow. Goes down the corner, left side or right side. Nelson gets it back at the elbow right. Brings it over to Tyler. Tyler with another three. Yes! And timeout called for by the Lynx. It's back within 4. It's 67-63. This will be a full timeout back in 1 minute. Warrior basketball baseline back court had a 14-point lead or 16-point lead at halftime. That lead is down to 4. Smith has it front court. Double team gets it back to Ivy. Ivy baseline on the right side in a little bit of traffic. Gets it off to Smith. Smith has the ball. Nearly turned it over again. In trouble, needs to get it to Corey Thomas. 10 on the shot clock. Corey Thomas comes. Puts up a runner. No good. Rebound, guess who? Lynx down 4, can get within 2. Tyler, baseline 3, no.
Oh.
Rebound, Smith on the backside. Thomas brings it into the front court. Big break there for the Warriors. Smith to the baseline, loses it, kicks it back out to Ivy. Now gives it back to Dunn. We've got 9 seconds on the shot clock. Make that Kenneth Berry. And the ball's loose inside, and the Warriors turn it over again.
Oh, long
There's
pass.
Prather on the run out up, and we're at a 2-point ball game. We are at a 2-point ball game here.
This is hard to digest. I know Coach House must be rolling in his mind what he's going to say.
We're down to 3 minutes to go. Corey Thomas gives it up to Smith down to the baseline. Berry, 10-foot jumper. Yes, big bucket for Berry.
I'd say.
Warriors again by 4. Prather gets it over to Tyler. Tyler back to Nelson. Nelson comes across the top to the right side, comes back left. Goes down to the corner. 3 out of the corner. Good. That three is by Watkins, his first points of the ball game, and it's a 1-point ball game. 69-68, 2.5 to go. Corey Thomas comes front court, right side, gets a lane to the bucket, all the way in, up, no, tip up, Preston's, no. Ball out of bounds, belonging to the Lynx. Warriors had 46 at halftime. They got a total of 69, 23 here in the second half. We have timeout, 30-second timeout, back right after this.
No matter who you are, where you want to go, or what you want to be, your journey starts at Rend Lake College.
So the Warriors were up 46-30 at halftime, and it's now a 69-68 Warrior lead. It outscored 48 to 23 here in the second half. Front court, Nelson, top of the arc. Works to the left side. And up, yes. And Nelson gives a lead to the Lynx by a point. Berry with it. Works out high. Clock down to 18 seconds. Berry tries driving. Gives it back to Ivy. Ivy goes back over to Smith. Smith for three off the wing.
Yes!
Smith with the three. And the Warriors back up with 1:40 to play. Tyler brings the front court, right side. Out high on the right side of the arc. Brings it over here to Nelson. Nelson down to the baseline. Up, no. Rebound, Smith. Gives it to Thomas. 1:20 to go. Warriors by 2. Thomas gives it up to Berry. Berry back over to Preston. Now Thomas to the bucket. Up. No. Tip up. No. Rebound. Up. Thomas.
Yes.
Yes. Thomas puts the Warriors up 4. Tyler to the front court. Kicks it to the corner. Three off the baseline. Yes. That is by Hill. It's back to a 1-point ball game with 54 seconds to play. And we have another timeout. And we'll see who this is. It's going to be a full timeout back in 1 minute. Welcome back, everyone. And Corey Thomas back on the floor in the corner over there with more muscle cramps.
You got to wonder if he's dehydrated.
I'm wondering that. Ball belongs to the Warriors in the back court. Smith, Berry, Ivy, Prestons, and Dunn in the ball game. Get in to Berry in the back court. Berry comes front court. Left side of the floor. 47 seconds on the clock. Warriors lead by a point. Berry brings it over to Smith on the right side. Smith comes back out, has the ball slapped away. Prather on the break, up and good by Prather. The Lynx take the lead And the Warriors call timeout. They're down a point, 75-74. Thomas back into the ball game for the Warriors. We'll keep it right here this time, Mike. 31
Yes,
seconds to go. There's a 5-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. So the Lynx will get the ball back. If they are down, if they have the lead, they will try to run the clock out. The Warriors are up 46-30 at halftime, and they have scored 45 points in the second half. The Warriors 46. They've scored 28 in the second half. Warrior offense has just been non-existent here in the second half.
Even if the Warriors win tonight, Coach House is surely going to have something to talk about in the locker room.
Oh, I guarantee you, he have something to talk about in the locker room and with us afterwards.
Yes, sir.
31 seconds to play. This timeout taken by the Lynx. I think they have one timeout left. Warriors, I think they have 3 or 4 timeouts. Now again, a couple of these timeouts we don't see exactly who calls them. We assume we know who calls them, but we may be off on that. 75-74 lead for the Lincoln Lynx over the Warriors with 31 seconds to play. Warrior basketball on the side court at the half court line.
A lot of drama here toward the end of the game.
And Ivy will trigger the inbounds play for the Warriors. Tyler really trying to front Thomas. Gets the ball in the back court. Thomas comes front court. We're inside 25 seconds to go. Warriors down a point, down to 15 seconds on the shot clock. Thomas comes to the elbow, gives it to Dunn. Dunn to the bucket, up. No, rebound, tipped around.
No.
Lynx have it, and they're going to win this ball game. Well, there's still 6 seconds to play. The Lynx going to the foul line, shooting 1 in bonus. Excuse me, I thought more time was off the clock than what there was. Tyler going to the foul line. He may be the one you want to put at the foul line. He is just 1 of 4 on the game at the charity stripe. You got 6.5 seconds to play. Lynx trying to stretch that lead to 2, maybe 3 at the foul line. Foul shots up, no. Rebound, oh, they get the rebound, and another foul. How can you give up a rebound with 4 seconds, 5 seconds to play, and now you put Prather at the foul line? He hasn't missed.
This is not good, to say the least.
Prather shooting 1 in bonus. Foul shots up, and it's good. It's now a 2-point ball game. Prather with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Looking for number 13, all here in the second half. This one's up, and it's
no
good.
Good call there.
Yeah. That was a lot of time went off that clock too. Second shot was no good. Warriors have it in the back court with 3 seconds to play. And they use a timeout. So let's take a 30-second break. Back in 30 seconds. Be careful, but you have to get a decent shot. And where's the Warriors going to play it in? At the baseline. Corey Thomas going to play the ball. Oh, that
This can't be good.
And timeout called for by the Lynx. This will be a full timeout. Let's take another 30-second break. Back in 30 seconds.
Over by him.
He's running the Lynx player away from the huddle. Ward is back in the ball game. And I'm trying to see. Smith with a three way offline. You can see
Game
that
is
all
over.
the way. And the Lynx came back to get the 77-74 win over the Rend Lake Warriors here tonight in this first round game. And let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back here in 2 minutes.